Hello! Today I'll be showing you how easy it is to replace a standing WC with a wall-hung one. Let's get started. You need the following tools for the installation. First, let's check what's included in the packaging besides the bowl. Of course, it doesn't hurt to take a look at the enclosed installation manual or the installation video. Before we start with the installation, we should first check the glue's expiration date. Please request new glue if it's expired. So let's get started. The outlet bend can be connected to floor and wall drains as long as they're within the specified range. It can also be adjusted laterally if it's within the width of the element. If the position of the frame is fixed, it must be anchored in concrete or in the raw wooden flooring. Check the load capacity of the floor. Our floor can carry the load. Now let's prepare the wall brackets. To do this, screw the nuts onto the threaded bolts and screw these into the frame. Then push the wall brackets onto the grooved end of the threaded bolts and roughly align them. Now we'll adjust the frame's height. Use the 1 meter marking for approximate orientation. Of course, a WC can also be installed a little higher or lower if necessary. Now align the frame using the spirit level and fix the height using the nuts on the feet fixing. Then measure, set, and fix the correct distance to the wall. When the distances have been determined and the 1 meter mark has been aligned above the finished floor, mark the drill holes. The wall brackets can be flexibly aligned as required, ideally within the element. Now drill 4 holes using a 10mm drill. Hammer the wall plugs into the holes. Then fix the frame to the floor and to the wall. After this, adjust the wall brackets with the screwdriver, using the spirit level to check that the frame is exactly vertical. Now just tighten the nuts and push on the plastic clips directly in front of the bracket as a locking mechanism. The Solido frame has now been fitted to the wall and floor, and the system can be connected to the water pipeline. The transport lock for the drain valve is no longer needed. Now install the angle valve and fix it from the front using the blue ring. Pay attention to the alignment here. You can now connect the water according to standards and on-site requirements. Next, grease and insert the outlet bend and fix it using the outlet clamp. Let it audibly snap into place. Then insert the orange construction stoppers. The wastewater can then be connected. Now screw in the retaining bolts at intervals of 180 millimeters. The retaining bolts are mounted with the slot pointing to the front. The sleeves must be lined up precisely so the bolt threads are covered. Next, screw the flexible hose hand tight onto the angle valve. Now flush the system so that no foreign matter can get into the filling valve. Then turn the angle valve off again and connect the flexible hose to the filling valve. And finally, install the inspection shaft for the flush plate. This is included in the scope of delivery and is installed vertically in the cutouts in the cladding. Done. Now let's check that we've dealt with all the important aspects. Now the paneling is put on the frame. First, lay the front, large panel on the inspection shaft. Then measure the distance downwards. Next, cut the lower panel to size. You can glue and/or screw in the paneling. If you're only using glue, it must be left to harden for 24 hours before carrying on. We'll do both. We spread the glue in wavy lines. Ensure that the panels are mounted flush with the frame. Also adjust and attach the side panels according to the installation conditions. Done. Next, attach the ceiling tape and adapt the paneling as desired to match the bathroom. Now let's finish the installation. First, remove the bare wall protection to install the WC. Before mounting the WC, the retaining bolts are screwed in or out to the required length. To do this, measure the WC's wall thickness and add 15 to 18 millimeters to this. First, the flush pipe and the outlet pipe have to be fitted between the wall and the cistern. After the pipes have been completely inserted, the depth dimension is calculated. To do this, mark the pipes first where they enter the finished wall. In the next step, the pipes are fitted in the bowl. Mark the pipes here as well to calculate the cutoff point. Now saw the pipes and create a chamfer. Then insert the pipes. The noise protection mat can also be attached now. Simply slip this over the pipes and rods. Next, push the bowl over the rods and fix it. Use some lubricant for this. Use the spirit level to check that everything is properly aligned. And tighten. Now the bowl can be sealed with silicone, and the lid can be attached. To do this, insert the anchors into the holes, pull them up to lock the bolts, and screw them in hand tight. For the alignment, only place the lid halfway onto the anchors first to find the correct position. Then tighten the bolts. And allow the lid to snap in completely. Moving along, the inspection shaft must first be cut completely flush with the wall, so that the flush plate does not protrude over the edge later on. The holding frame is mounted next. Tighten it lightly. Use a spirit level to align the position and tighten the screws. Then open the angle valve. Last but not least, connect the drain valve hose to the flush plate. Snap them in place. Done. Now you can test everything and check for leaks. Perfect. Job well done.